Hey there, we are here discussing and revealing our quote, Motivation Monday. Hello, here we come. It's a quote by Art Williams. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. I'm telling you it's going to be worth it. And that was the hashtag worth that we have been storying it on Instagram and Facebook. So we're excited. We're going to start with Dole McGee. Dole McGee, what does the word hashtag worth mean to you and in this quote?
Okay, thank you, Kiwi. Yes, hashtag worth has a couple meanings for me. Number one is I am worth it. So self-love, self-care, I am worth it. Whatever it is that I'm trying to achieve, be it my business goals, personal goals, what have you, I am worth it. I think back over the course of my career and where I'm at today from a business standpoint, being able to retire at 45, putting in those long nights, those long hours, that crazy schedule, dealing with all kinds of craziness. I was worth it. I'm worth it. I was able to achieve my goal and my dream. And then when I look at my health journey, I, rehabilitating myself and losing the weight and all that sort of stuff, I had to keep remembering, hey, you know what? This is not easy, but I'm worth it. I deserve it. I'm worth it. That's what it means to me, Kiwi.
Thank you so much, Dawn. And that's about self-worth. So good. I love it. Okay, we're going to go right to our next speaker, and that is Miss Sally. What did this quote mean to you?
Oh, I loved this quote, and I love words and language. So really paying attention to one word all week had a lot of power. And like Dawn said, worth can have so many different meanings. So I kind of focused on, are certain things worth my time, my energy, my money? So often we kind of go blindly through life and don't take the time to slow down and really assess where we're putting our energies. So I kind of focused on that, because you want to make sure that you're putting in time in your finances and your energy and things that really fill your soul up. And I really like to look at a situation and, is this getting me closer to my goal or further than my goal? In a relationship, is the language I'm using and my behavior getting me closer to a healthy relationship or bringing me down a path that might be not as healthy? So self-worth, relationship worth, investing in growing a business, is it worth it? Sometimes it doesn't feel like it, and you have to take time to assess those things. So kind of drilling down into this word opened up a lot of discussion for me within my family and my relationships and my business. So I just value the opportunity to be able to study this word with all of you.
Yeah, so good, Sally. And I'm big on priority management, not time management. And I believe we fit in what we want to and what it's worth. So I love that. We're going to move on to our next speaker, and that is Miss Karen. Karen, if you will share what this quote means to you, I am going to call it out again. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. I'm telling you it's going to be worth it. Hashtag worth. Go ahead, Karen.
Well, I'm like Dawn. It has a couple of meanings to me. One, one is that all of our lives, all of us have struggled with, are we worth it? And our self-worth and our confidence and, overcoming our fears and everything. And I think that, we struggle with that, all of us. And then as I look back on my life, the things that I've done in my career and the struggles that I've had and trying to, raise my family and, keep my my career going and all of that. But I look back on it now and I know that it was worth it. It wasn't easy all the time. There were times when you want to give up. Mm-hmm. And you do have a struggle to keep going, but when you look back on it and reflect on it, it was worth it. Yes, so that's what it means to me.
So good. Consistency is always worth it. Always worth it. Thank you, Karen. Okay, our next speaker, Carmen. Miss Carmen, if you can share what this quote meant to you.
You know, what I thought of is when we're young and getting in once we've gone through our school and we're getting into adulthood, what really popped into my head was a marriage, really. And you come together with another soul, and you are so happy and euphoria and in love, build a relationship, and through determination and confidence and through persistence, and all this is so worth it in the end. In the end, you look back on your life and you think, you've been determined, you've been persistent, you've been in love, and even through the compromising, through your values and your partner's value and everything all together, and you've built this big life for yourself and together with a partner, and it's just #worth it.
Absolutely. And so with the marriage, it's not going to be easy, but
Right.
it will be worth it. It
That's
will be worth it. I love that, Carl. Thank you so much. Number 5 speaker, we have Miss Noel. Miss Noel, if you will share what this quote meant to you.
Yes, well, it is multifaceted to me, just kind of like we heard Dawn in the beginning. And I know for most of us here, we're all entrepreneurs. So with that comes the struggle, the hustle, the determination, and it's like the iceberg picture of success. People only see that pinnacle of success, where they don't see the hurts and the joys and everything that went into it. So to me, that quote spoke to that. I think it does a lot of time for small business owners, entrepreneurs, that they're willing to put that time in the beginning so that they can enjoy the time freedom, the personal freedom, the personal growth that comes with all of that. And then on top of that, for me, being a mother, what I value the most is that my child would see their worth. We're their guide, we're their lighthouse to teach them and show them. And I think more worth it to me is to see that I have a healthy person developing, a healthy soul, than just a grade on a report card. If you want to be academic, go for it. But, to me, are we building up confidence in our children, And with that also, it kind of goes into relationships with people, as a business owner, as a family, and how we relate in society. And I think it comes down to if we can see the worth in everyone, because we all come from one source and return to that source. And if we can see that in the homeless person all the way up to the successful business person, and see through all of the masks that people put on to survive every day, and see someone's worth, then we can truly value everyone, and we'll get that back from people as well.
So true. So true. I love it. Thank you so much, Noelle, for sharing. Let's go then to Miss Lenore. What are your takeaways from this week?
My takeaway, can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Okay. Well, my takeaway is it's a couple of things. It's worth it. The word worth was really it resonated in my spirit. So things are challenging. Life is challenging. I'm single. Been single for a long time, and so sometimes the struggle can get overwhelming, when life happens. But what I know and what I'm determined is it is worth it, because I am that girl. I'm going to dive in. And so you only got 2 choices, sink or swim. I'm not going to sink. I'm going to come out on top with Jesus. I'm going to come out on top. So is it difficult sometimes? Yes, but I know that it's worth it. And I relate back to some of my other victories that I've had in life, and they were challenging, but it's worth it. And then like now I took time. I made time to do this. I was just leaving out the movie theater, and so it's worth it to take time out as being entrepreneurs, and always, because I always have something to do. It's good to take time out and be with your friends. My girlfriend's birthday. So I have a lot of extended family, and even I look at I say my children. I don't have children personally, but my nieces, nephews, and my extended children family, and they're growing up and they're doing good. So my input in their life was worth it. So that meant a lot to me. The struggle was worth it.
Love
and back
it.
to you, Kiwi.
Thank you so much, Lenore. Okay, let's go to Miss Heather. Miss Heather, what is your take from the quote? I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. I'm telling you it's going to be worth it.
So hashtag worth to me means like no matter what I'm doing, whether it's working my job, my business, working on myself, taking care of my kids, no matter how crazy at times it can feel in the moment, at the end of the day, when I see everything that I've done, everything that I can achieve and accomplish in one day, it's worth it.
Wow, that wraps it up, right? Love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, Miss Cat.
Hi.
Hey.
So for me, it's worth the investment in myself for coaching. So I had found myself lost as a life zombie and started coaching about 2 years ago, and I've continued with that with you. And it got me back to the basics. It got me back to the Bible. It got me back to God. It got me focused on my spirit and my emotional growth first. And even though it's been painful and you have to kind of go through yourself a little bit, it's totally, totally worth it. And now I'm free of corporate. I don't do accounting anymore and was able to come down here, last minute to help my brother with his kids because he's got some medical things going on right now. So it's totally worth it. Invest in yourself and, make the best of it. We only get one go.
Good stuff. So I'm going to recap and close us out. Thanks everybody for participating this week. Dawn talked about self-worth. Noelle drove it home with the worth of people, truly valuing people's differences. Lenore talked about the struggle and the difficult times make it worth it. Sally talked about time worth, looking and really evaluating everything we're doing, where we're putting our energy, and what's worth it. Carmen talked about marriage and staying together and getting through those hard times and that it would be worth it. Karen talked about kids, grandkids, relationships, business, and that it's difficult, it's hard, there's struggle, but it's worth it. And then Kat talked about coaching and investing in yourself and how much that has been worth it for her. And then Heather wrapped us all up with no matter what, at the end of the day, it's worth it. So I love it. I love this quote. You guys know I'm a big Art Williams fan. For me, it's about everything in life we go to do, whether it's physical, spiritual, mindset, money, doesn't matter. We go to do it. It's going to be hard. Some people are derailed off the track because they think if it's hard, it's not for them. If they can't do it right now, it's not for them. If it doesn't come easy to them, it's not for them, which is not true. Everything worth anything is going to be a struggle. It's going to be hard. And that's what he's saying. So I love it. I'm going to wrap us up. Thank you so much, everybody, for participating. It's worth it. See you later.